What did you just eat?
Bacon.
What did you just eat?
As soon as I press the recording button, this man just is like, you know what? Now's the perfect time. Now is the
I
Yeah, I
mean,
perfect
wanted a
time.
piece of bacon. Sorry,
I mean,
can't resist it.
if God didn't want me to put food in my mouth, He would not have made my mouth.
To be fair, did you know that your asshole has taste buds?
Buds. Yep.
So are you saying we shouldn't
Wait,
ingest? Okay.
this makes sense because how many times have you said this tastes like shit? How many times? Exactly. This explains it. This says it all. We have cracked the code. Cause have you ever eaten shit before? No, but you know what has tasted shit? Your fucking ass. Okay.
Does that mean, right? Does that mean that anybody who's done anal and sucked a dick
Oh
immediately
God.
has the same taste on
Oh
both sides?
God. Anyway, welcome to the Aimless Entertainment Podcast,
Where we
episode
show you
3.
how to get canceled.
Episode 3. Happy New Year. We're back from
What do
cuz
you mean Happy New Year? It's still the 30th.
okay,
Don't
when
you
this
start
comes
time travel.
when this comes
Don't
out,
make me
it'll be the
27. Don't make me 27 in this recording. Shut up.
this will this will be released after the New Year and Christmas, and I hope everyone had a
travel.
I hope everyone
Sorry.
had a wonderful New Year, Christmas, all that hullabaloo, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Yep. I wish you all the best on your hangovers because I will be very messed up. Most likely, probably not. No, we don't advertise drinking on this.
Can't see it, but there's alcohol in this drink.
I
Is that? It's not like just me pulling it out of thin air, right?
You're pulling it out of the ether. That's so cool. I love that feature.
that man literally got that cup for me for not attending my wedding. That was supposed to be a cup for attending the wedding. That man got it for not attending the wedding.
Okay, I told you I couldn't.
I know.
I warned you
So,
beforehand.
Jared, there's one for you too, but your ass still hadn't even come to see me yet, bro. What's going
planned
on?
You told me you were gonna do a party next year for this, and I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah.
Are you?
So
Are you
where
gonna
are
go
you
back up to
at?
Maryland?
Yeah, I plan on going back over to the east next year.
Right.
But anyway, I
Fly
do
up
want
there
to.
next time.
I got a question. Okay,
Mhm.
and 1010. This actually is geared kind of towards you since you're eating pizza, I believe. So you know that so for those of you who don't know, I'm very kind of weird when it comes to pizza because I love my pizza. But you ever notice like with pizza,
You're
right?
also vegan and wrong, but go on.
Hear me out. Hear me out. With pizza, it's round,
Uh-huh.
cut into slices
No, hold on. Not all
of a
pizza's round.
triangle.
Not all pizza's round.
No, no, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this, right? So traditional with a pizza, it's a round, it's a circle, it's round, cut into a triangular piece in a square box,
Mhm.
right?
Would you like to know why it's in a square box? Actually,
I
no.
actually would like to know.
It's because Apple has a patent on circular boxes.
Bruh. Are you for real?
I'm not shitting you because in their cafeteria, it's circular boxes.
I did not know
Oh,
this.
that's wild.
I'm.
That's
I'm
wild.
not sure if that's actually true. I know that they do provide it in circular pizza boxes in their cafeteria, but that absolutely sounds like something Apple would do.
So now hear me out, right? Because then I asked myself, like, have you ever had like a square pizza? And normally it's a deep dish pizza. Then you
Yes.
have it as a square, right?
The best.
My
They are the
question
best.
now is it now crossing the border of pizza to cake and or pie? Because there are circular deep dishes.
Is this
So
your
it's like,
stoner question of the day, or is this just...
I really want to know what barrier needs to be crossed in order for a deep dish pizza to now be called a pie. Like, I'm willing to call it a pie at this point, like, or a cake. I'm
Pizzas are
sorry.
considered a pie.
What's
This definition refers to the pie being made of tomato sauce, cheese, meat, and then covered with dough. The name comes from the ingredients layered on top of each other, then the dough is added on top.
Okay, so is an
Interesting.
open-faced sandwich not a pie as well?
What?
What's an open face sandwich?
It's a sandwich that doesn't have the top piece of bread. It's open face.
Oh, what?
Is it? Well, no. Dough has to be layered on top for it to be a pie.
Okay, so then a sandwich is a pie.
No, a sandwich is a sandwich because
No.
pie is enclosed. No.
Wait a minute,
Pie
Brian.
is enclosed.
But
It is
but a s-
enclosed. So
but
that
a
would mean a
sandwich-
calzone is a pie.
Ooh.
Oh.
So wait, now hear me out though, because with open face sandwiches, what I've done is just called them sandwich tacos, where I just fold it and then eat it like a taco. So am I a heathen for that? Like, I've
No,
never
that's
called
just
it-
no.
'cause I fucking
Basically,
do the
that's
same-
just having a half a sandwich if you think about it. Because
Like-
in reality, hold on. So basically, if you put two slices of bread together with the ingredients in between and cut it in half, that's basically the same thing, but you have two of them instead of one. So you're not heathenistic. You're just multiplying it.
Because it's like you get more out of your bread by just doing sandwich tacos, right? So, but I've never heard this term of an open face sandwich. That sounds like something you do to somebody is give them an open face sandwich. Like that sounds like a threat. Okay. Like, can you imagine going, "Hey, you want an open face sandwich?" I'm like, "The fuck you just said to me?" Like those fighting words, my guy. Be careful with
Do
that.
you
But
want
yeah,
an
that
open face sandwich?
you never whisper that in my ear.
You
Yeah,
damn. That's all I
that
could
was-
think of as I was eating my pizza. Is like, oh my god, I gotta do this.
But yeah, that was my I guess stoner question of the day. It was like, at what point are we gonna just take a minute to realize like we're crossing a very thin gray line of what is a, I guess, pizza and also a pie, because it's like
Pizza's a pie. Tacos are hot dogs. Your life is a lie.
Tacos are hot dogs? You mean hot dogs are
Tacos.
tacos?
stop.
No,
Stop it.
sorry.
Stop
I
it.
like one. I
Stop
like one
it.
thing more than the other.
I didn't.
And
mean for
tacos are
this.
disgusting.
I
Tacos
didn't-
are the worst food delivery service of all time.
I mean, I hate Taco Bell. I low-key
I
hate
love
them.
burritos
No,
because they are effective at moving food from the plate to my mouth. Tacos are not. Burritos are very effective at it because they are an enclosed tortilla.
So if you
I-
roll
I-
up a whole circular pizza, is that a burrito? I've
Ryan?
seen people eat it like that.
wait.
I know where you live.
He's on something. Kenton, he is on something.
No, he's
not-
on something, not on to, on something.
But
I'll murder you.
I have to ask the question that needs to be asked. Is he wrong?
I'm not. I'm not.
Because now hear me out. Because you can roll up a pizza slice in like kind of a cylinder. So like, he's not wrong. Kenton is just like, I'm going to hurt everyone.
Oh, by the way, 1010's new to
Nope.
the podcast.
Hi, I'm 1010.
Anyway.
I actually have a continuation of the pizza statement.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Culinarily speaking, pizza's more of a savory galette than a pie. Anyway, and yes, a savory galette is a thing according to French cooking expert and former Chez Panisse chef David Lebovs. And a galette is a form of bread crust with toppings, so legally, pizza is a pie that is a sandwich.
There were
Man.
so many things in that sentence that hurt. Can you imagine saying that to someone? It's like, pizza's a pie that's also a sandwich. Like,
I mean, if a pie is a sandwich, and a sandwich is a pie, and a pizza is considered a pie, thus forth the transition of properties means that a pizza is a sandwich.
so does that make sandwiches pies?
Yes.
Man,
Oh,
I don't give a fuck what they are. I'm gonna eat them anyway.
Facts. I mean, yeah, that
I ain't gonna lie, right?
I am both happy that I was able to get an answer, but now I'm upset that I have too many answers resulting in more questions.
Welcome
if
to
you-
the.
If you
Welcome
take
to
a
the
piece of
internet.
bread, if you take a piece of bread and cut it in a triangle, and then you add the toppings, which is a peanut butter and jelly, and then add like slices of banana. Have you then made a pie?
Okay, question. Have you
No.
no Have you ever thought? Now hold on, I need you to hear me out on this. You ever seen where people take the Pillsbury dough and they do the crescent rolls on the hot dog?
Right.
Yeah.
What's stopping us from
pigs in a
fully
blanket?
Yeah. What's stopping us from fully cooking a hot dog and then taking it, putting it on our pizza, rolling it up there?
The bounds of
You need to
human
patent that right
decency.
now. You need to patent that right now. That's how you make money.
What the bounds of human decency. That's what's
Human
stopping us.
decency.
Yeah.
We have sandwiches called
I'm-
heart attacks. I think we're past decency.
I'm not allowed to say anything given the fact I'm the tentacle man.
Yeah, I think human decency died a long time ago. Where you have a restaurant, I think up in Vegas or California, that you have to sign a waiver to fucking eat.
Yeah, because
there.
there's the heart attack cafe, I believe it's called.
Yeah. We're past decency. We're past that. Okay,
Dog.
At this point, it's more of
Honestly.
just like legally, can we do this?
It's in Las Vegas, by the way.
Oh,
Heart
it is in
Attack Grill
Vegas.
and Cafe is in Vegas.
I'm like, it was either in Vegas or fucking California. Okay, but yeah, that place. Oh my! And I think if you're at a certain weight, you eat for free. Like I think if you're past 400 pounds, you can eat there for free.
Yo,
I think that's what it is. It's dog.
I love that the first question on Google reviews, by the way, for this restaurant is, do they have a vegan menu? Would you like to know what the answer is?
I
Yes.
think
This
I think I
question
know
is
it.
hilarious. That's it. That's all the answer is. That's it. There is no other statement.
I love it. I love it. Is it you
So-
go to a steakhouse like, is there vegan options? It's like,
if you
bro,
are
why
over
did you come in?
350 pounds, you eat free.
I knew it. I knew it. They are trying to kill people. Bro, they are legally allowed to kill you.
Hey, man. Like I said to Brian before we started the podcast, Forever 26 Club, it looks like it's out for me. But the Forever 27 Club, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk of the stoner question of the day, or as Brian what'd you call it, Brian?
The fuck shit
fuck
question
shit
of the
question.
day.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's mine. I have to reevaluate my life now. I actually have to reevaluate that. Because sandwiches or pies, I can technically turn a peanut butter and jelly sandwich into a pie.
I mean,
it becomes a burrito.
I got something else for you.
I need God.
The
I'm
ocean,
sorry.
the ocean's a soup.
I
Yep,
knew that one.
The ocean is a soup.
I knew that one. Oh God. Also, I learned the difference between a soup and a stew is just viscosity. So it's basically just how thick is the broth, rather than the ingredient.
Have that shit.
My
thick.
camera is fucked again. Wee.
Dude, I love that. I love that still shot. That's funny.
I'm gonna just leave it like that. Fuck it. It'll adjust itself. Whatever.
All right. So I got something else
There
I
it
wanted
is.
to talk about.
Okay.
And this
Alright.
shit astonishes me. Like I was actually surprised, but everyone knows the game World of Warcraft, right? Everyone knows that game.
Yeah.
Really popular game. Some
Wow.
people would say, yeah, wow. Some people would say it's the most popular MMORPG of all time, and I think that is a fact at this point. That's not a opinion. That is a fact. That it is the most popular MMORPG of all
It's
time.
also
And
been
the
around
reason-
for a very long time too.
The reason why I say that is, can you fathom? Well, actually, no. Make a guess, Brian. How long have humans existed on Earth? Just a wild guess. How long have humans existed?
Thousands of years.
Ew. Ten, you got a guess?
Humans as we know it, or are humanoids?
Humans separated from chimps.
Like cavemen.
Recorded history is not that long. Like I want to say like 120,000.
120 what? Thousand?
Yeah.
So humans that have been separated from chimps have been estimated to have existed about 6 million years ago.
All right.
Right, about 6 million
Way
years,
off.
right? A lot. Apparently,
And yet we still haven't
The rec-
evolved to debate on what a
the-
fucking sandwich is.
the recorded amount of time that has been played of World of Warcraft amongst all players in its
Oh yeah, I heard
lifespan
this. I know what this
is
is.
9 million
Million
years.
years. There
We
is
we
crazy
have
number.
we had played World of War. I've only played about 2 hours of World of Warcraft because I was too broke to pay for it at the time when it first came out. But we have played that game longer than humans have existed. Oh my
Would
fucking
you like to know
god!
something funny?
Please.
I have never touched that game.
And,
Me
I've
neither.
never
and
played
like there were when I was looking up on it, people were like, "Yeah, I count to like about 12 of those years. I count to 4 of those years." Because like for me, I put in about like 3,500 hours in Valorant, right? I put
Right.
a lot of time in that game. That's just one person, and you have millions of people playing doing that, and even
Yeah,
more.
no, it's
Like
insane.
there are people with 12,000 hours, 5,000 hours. It's like fucking right. Holy shit!
It's like, you
I
good?
wonder I wonder what that level of for like Call of Duty Modern Warfare is. Like how many
And
how many years of Modern Warfare has been
it
played?
it just I don't know if it bothers me or if it just shocks me or
It
if it scares
boggles.
me.
Boggles.
Bother it's just it blows my mind the fact that
It's mind-boggling, yes.
oh my god, like Brian, do you understand how big these fucking numbers are? 9 million hours total played, and they're still playing, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new expansion of World of Warcraft, and
That
it's still
just
going.
came out and it's kind of cool from my knowledge of
Oh,
it.
I don't have a problem with it. I
You
don't have
do.
a problem at all.
You
Nah,
look
man,
up some of the weirdest shit, man.
dog, I came across this on a random Twitter post, and I'm like, there's no fucking way that's true. There's no way.
It
And
is though.
it is true, dude. Holy hell. And it's still going. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I think World of Warcraft is probably, not probably, it is the most popular MMORPG of all time. I don't think we're getting another game that's going to get those numbers, bro. I
No.
don't know. Like, that
I
is so
think
wild.
as the human race expands across the stars, I think we'll eventually get a game equivalent to that.
We'll get a StarCraft title called StarCraft 4 Life Simulator, basically.
Okay, shut up, dude. If another StarCraft comes out, I'm gonna be fucking. You're not my friends anymore. I gotta go play StarCraft.
You're not my friends anymore. My only friend
Uh,
is StarCraft. Blizzard, my God, please listen
although
to my prayer.
that's how I feel about what FromSoft said is they're coming out with this year,
Oh,
this next year, is a new Armored Core. Praise be Jesus.
I need to actually get into some From Software games, bro. They got some really fire titles. Like,
As just a side note, the last Armored Core that came out, I believe the server stopped.
oof,
It was released in 2012.
damn, 10 years ago, well, almost 11 years ago.
Server
News joke.
shut down. I gotta see when the server shut down because I don't remember, but I know it wasn't that long. But your boy was March 20th, 2014. The server shut down. Was the last Armored Core release. Your boy was top 10 players for the Mercenary in world for Armored Core 5. I fucking loved Armored Core.
Homie,
It's mechs. It's the coolest thing. I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty. I don't give a fuck. Halo can take a back seat to Armored Core in my mind, and I love Halo.
That's a bold statement, bro.
I know, and I'm willing to stand by that statement until I die.
Halo as of recent years, I agree.
Halo
Yeah, I'm sure
3.
I'll
Oh, yeah.
agree. Halo 3. Now
could
you're
take a
saying
back
some
seat
controversial.
in my thoughts
Those
to
some big
Armored
word.
Core 5 and 4 because that's how much I loved Armored Core. I haven't had a good Armored Core game to play for 8 fucking years.
I
Mech
need you
games
to-
are cool. The Gundam fucking what is it? The Gundam PUBG is neat, but I don't want that.
Oh, you talking about the Gundam Overwatch game?
Is it Overwatch? I thought
It's
it was. I
it's an
thought it was
Overwatch.
like Fortnite style. I thought it was a battle
Nah,
royale.
nah. It's a hero shooter. At least
All right,
Dog.
I think the newest Gundam that came out, yeah, it's a hero shooter.
that's not what I want, right? I want
Now-
big burly mechs throwing fucking artillery pieces half mile downrange, saying "fuck whatever's in that direction."
Like fuck you and all those around
Fuck you and everything near you, and
All
all
right.
the civilians too.
All right, so you're willing to die on the hill of the next armor comes out. You're basically in a cave, Brian. What title are you waiting for? Like a new title comes out, we're never seeing you again.
Here's the problem with that. Like, I used to be like on that train of, okay, after Borderlands 2, I was like, oh, it's gonna be Borderlands. Anytime you see me on a new Borderlands, I'm hit, bro. I'm down. I'm down to ever. And then
Salt, salt
three
in the
came
wound.
out.
Salt in the wound. Yep,
Mm-mm.
I felt that.
So
So
I
so
feel
no
that.
no other title. Like you're not
And then
waiting on another title.
so basically, I've noticed that anytime a new Pokemon title comes out, I just can't stop buying them, and then I play it, and then this last one has been okay, the generation is good. The Pokemon that came out in the generation are solid. The game itself was so overly rushed and buggy that it is just complete horseshit. Like,
Hmm.
there are so many obscene things that cause that game to crash. It is ridiculous, and it's still going through some bad bugs. It's been out for like a month now.
Okay.
It was
So
rushed, but so I don't
So
really
we're
have
so
that title to where I will dedicate years to outside of like the current one I play is Smite, and it's just like Smite 2 isn't happening, so it's just
yeah,
like
it's not gonna happen.
there's no reason
I'm
for it.
I'm gonna keep it a buck 50 with you, right? And I know there's at least one person out there who's with me on this. If Criterion comes out with another Burnout title, you're not seeing me.
Burnout.
I I
burn it. The
miss that.
racing game,
Bro,
right?
Yeah.
that fucking game was so fun, bro. You
I'll argue another one for you is if I don't know who made them, but Midnight Club.
oh, that was
If
my
Midnight
shit.
Club gets another
That was
racing
my
game,
shit,
fuck Need for
bro.
Speed, fuck all that.
Bro,
Midnight Club.
I hate
bro,
racing
Midnight.
games.
Yo, exactly. This is why you would love Burnout, because Burnout lets you just
Yo,
you.
I
Burnout,
played
Burnout is
Burnout.
not a
I played.
racing game. Burnout
No,
is just gonna
I
go
know what
fuck
Burnout
shit up.
is. I played Burnout on like I think it was the Game Boy version of it. There was actually
What? You
yeah,
gotta
there.
play on the PS2 version, bro. That was the
Well, the
shit.
problem is I didn't really
They,
care that much
I,
about PlayStation 2 by the time I figured out about
I,
Burnout. So it's just like I think
yeah.
I had I think it was either a Game Boy version or a DS version or something like that. And
Yeah,
it was
that
a lot of fun. I played the shit out of it. Like
uh
I played Menace a lot where it was just cause
ooh,
as much mayhem as possible basically.
I when you get to because Burnout Paradise was probably my favorite. That was like the most recent one, which was on a PS3 and 360. But
And
dude,
remastered for the Nintendo Switch.
yes, and so what you could do, there was this mode that I really love. I think it's called either Hitman or Wanted, where basically you are being chased by these fucking cars. You have to make it to a certain place before they kill you, essentially, or they just keep wrecking you, or you have to go and catch that other person. So, and then you can do that with multiplayer. So it was so
So I
interesting and
think
fun. I
I think
loved
it's
it.
both. I think Wanted is the game mode when you're being chased, and
Right.
Hitman is the game mode when you're gonna go fucking chase somebody.
Okay, yeah. So it was two different game modes. And then there was like obviously the free roam, where you can go to like the airfields or stuff like that, or
Just
just
the
race
fucking
people. But
demolition mode.
dude, I love the fact that you're rewarded for ruthless aggression. It's like you see someone overtake you, and it's like, oh, it's in other games like Gran Turismo or fucking Forza or whatever. It's bad manners to fucking ram into somebody. And Burnout, you want to do that because that's how you go faster. So
Yep.
it's just fucking chaos. I love it. If Criterion comes out with a Burnout game, you're not seeing me, bro. That shit, I'm gonna be playing that. That's so fucking fun. Anyway,
It's like
but yeah, that's
fuck my dream of Valorant Pro. I'm gonna be a Burnout Pro.
bro. I'm taking a hiatus. I have to. Like my calling to go at Mach 4, ramming into everything that moves is just there.
You know what else
If you
I'd
move, my car is in you right now.
I'd go for at least not maybe the same level that I'd get in Armored Core, but if another Ace Combat comes out, Ace
Oh, I
Combat
love Ace
has
Combat.
always been solid. Every Ace Combat game I've ever played, even the new ones, even the one with a helicopter in it, was all cool, all good. But the best thing about Ace Combat is the fucking music.
Yep, Ace Combat has some really solid fire soundtracks. So good. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I'm geeking out a
I
bit.
have a topic bringing up
Oh,
games.
oh shit! What it do?
So, when I thought about it, originally, back to Halo 3, Call of Duty Black Ops, we had what everybody loved and we missed greatly was game lobby talking to each other. Multiplayer game lobbies where we can interact with other players, right?
Oh god, we can't have that
Which,
now, bro.
no.
It's back.
It's back, right? In the new Call of Duty, you can have proximity chat talking to other teams and fuck with them. And I'll tell you right now, it is one of the things that has made Call of Duty really, really top tier in my mind because I like to make friends. The only reason we're all friends with each other is because I fucking interacted with some random person through a game and got to talk to them. And over the years, I've seen them kind of like distance players from each other because, yeah, we're really fucking toxic.
Well, that's how I met you, and I met Jared in person, but yes.
Yeah,
to be fair,
you guys through the games.
You only met me, Brian, is because I met Eddie, and I met Eddie through Call of Duty.
Wait, hold up. You met him through Call of Duty before you met him in person?
Actually, no, sorry, that's cap. We became friends because of Call of Duty.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, I was gonna say because if anything, we were just like we were.
I was saying like that would be wild as shit if you just randomly got into a lobby and you were like, "Oh yeah, we live literally next to each other." That's fucking crazy.
Well, actually, I can't even say that because Amara brought me and Eddie together because that's how we met. So technically, if you want to go that, I don't want to go too far down the ladder of like, well, if Amara didn't do this or whatever. But me and Eddie's friendship really strengthened because we played Call of Duty together.
Yeah,
like, that was kind of like the glue to keep us as friends.
I mean,
like,
this brings up my topic. What video game brought the most friendships in your life that you still have today?
Today?
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, actually.
Because there have been many games over the years, like, that you've friended people, but then you just, like, stopped talking to them after that game died or something. But there are those OGs that you've known for years, and you met them all mostly off one game, and you just stayed close. So, like, for example, Halo 3 was, like, the starting of my online gaming ever. And so I met a shit ton, like basically a starter friend group, to where I was like, okay, cool. And then over time, I met newer people. I fell out with other friend groups and joined new friend groups, and I've gotten through to the system to the friend group I have today. And I want to believe that most of it stems off of my friend, actually, Carter. Carter I met through Paul. So, yeah, that's a sensitive topic.
Sorry.
So I don't talk to Paul anymore. But Carter and his friend group that he like he would be friendly to basically everyone, right? And that man was like a puppy who would attract new friends like fucking wildfire, bro. Like he's an awesome dude. Like, and so that's how I met fucking Leo. And through Leo I met people like Chance and Ren here, Ten, fucking
Either way, not the other name.
Yeah,
not the other name.
I've met so many people stemming from that group, and Carter I think I met back in the Halo 3 days. So because of meeting through the Halo days and Call of Duty days, I was able to stem so many friendships, and then I stemmed more off Smite at a later time through meeting Alex just by getting my ass kicked by him on Smite and then adding him. And that was just random.
I would say it's kind of hard for me because I haven't made friend groups that I've like kept a lot from games, like just meeting people through games a lot. I will say the friend group that I still play with, or at least the people that I've met and I still play with on games would probably have to be Smite. Because even though I played a lot of Black Ops 2 and like a lot of Call of Duty, I only played it and made friends with the friends I already knew, like you, Brian, Eddie. There was a few friends that Eddie had that we played with, but they weren't really like my friends. They were like Eddie's friends that we would play with. You know, we never like played.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I call them bridge friends, where it's
Yeah,
like
bridge friends.
that one
Yeah.
that one
Yeah,
person
okay.
is the bridge, and then you can go meet with their friends. But if that person isn't there, the bridge is up. So but then there was I made a huge or not a huge group. I made a pretty fun group on Gears when I was playing Gears. But we I don't play Gears that much anymore, so it's like we don't really play that much. Um, when it came to what was it, Valorant, I had a friend group, and then everyone just started like falling out of the game, because it's just hard. It's a very tough grind to get good at that game. But Smite, I have played across both PS3, PS4, Xbox One, PC. I have not played that shit on the Switch because I refuse to play that game on the
Oh,
Switch.
it's
I'm not
so
playing on that.
difficult. It's
That's
so
fair.
And
difficult.
I have, I think I forgot how I ended up figuring out you played Smite, Brian. I don't even remember how I figured out you played
I
Smite.
think I just was talking to you about it, and because I played before you did.
Yeah, because I remember we would constantly talk about how I was on PS4 and you were on Xbox, and that I would kick your ass even though I was on PS4. This is when I had like a fuck ton of skins. Like, oh my God, I had so many skins on PS4. Um, but yeah, I'd say Smite is probably my game that has given me, or I still have friends because I occasionally play with Smite or play Smite. Um, yeah, it sucks because like a lot of those friends I had on Gears, we were really good friends, and then on Valorant, we actually had like watch parties with Studio Ghibli and shit. Like we started hanging out outside of Valorant, but because well, there was also actually no, that's actually Cat because there was drama. So that was awkward.
That's
I forgot about the drama. Actually, I literally forgot about it.
Oof.
Oh man,
Rip.
it was so awkward. But yeah, so I would say, and plus, like, I was gonna go back real quick. Actually, I'll wait till Tete. What game got you the most friends? Or
So I actually know the exact bridge that got me to you guys, which is the longest lasting friend group. And I know exactly who and why I had to go through it in my brain. I'm like, man, what game started the bridge to get me to meet you guys? Because you guys are the longest lasting friend group aside from one friend who I
yeah,
haven't talked to in a little bit, but I haven't seen him online either.
right.
So in Halo 3 original, I met a friend called Tubby Harkness, who
Be
I
Harkness.
Tubby Harkness was awesome. I love Tubby. But Tubby and I played all the time. Played Halo 3, played Minecraft, and figured out played Battlefield, and I joined a Battlefield clan, Battlefield 4 clan, because I like
Mm,
Tubby, and I was like, oh fuck it, cool. And then through that Battlefield 4 clan, I met Mobambo and Sir Candy
Mobambo.
Pocket. Mobambo, I'm still friends with now. Mobambo, Sir Candy Pockets, and somebody else who we had a falling out with. But
Right.
through Mobambo, I learned to figure out like Elite Dangerous, which is still one of my favorite games to display, and Ark Survival Evolved, which fuck that game. Fuck that game's existence. I hate that game. But I said fuck it, why not? And then I met what's his name? Oh my god. Robbie. I met Robbie
Oh,
through Ark, and Robbie introduced me to all of you.
Oh.
And from there, it would be Smite that kind of encroached our relationship larger. So probably Smite, but the initial tree, the fucking root of it all, is the best goddamn custom games ever to exist, Halo 3.
Yes.
hey,
So so that's where this friendship branched again to see it this bunch of dumb fucks up here.
Yep. I mean, probably. I think the first person I ever added, besides my friend Jordan Keller, who got me into the Xbox gaming in the first place, because I met his friend group when I first started, which eventually led down this tangent. But the first person I ever added was a guy named Speedy Mexican. I'm not even bullshitting.
all right. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Speedy Banks.
so
Dude was cool.
I
how do we
just
all
love the
feel
name.
about gamer tags and just uh
To this day.
display names that are XX underscore X
Lit.
whatever
Oh,
X
cringe
underscore
lord. Oh,
XX.
cringe edge lord names like
Yeah,
XXX Sniper Dark Wolf
but
XXX.
There we
Dog,
go.
dude,
That's a memory from Black Ops lobbies. There y'all
I'm gonna be
go.
real. There was like a, it was like a clan. It was like you have the really cringy edgelord names like the XXX Sniper Darkwolf XXX or whatever, or but then you have the cursed ones. You have the absolute cursed ones. To this day, I played 2019 Modern Warfare, and I have never laughed as hard to this name as ever. And his name was Daddy's Little Foreskin. I I was never ready for that.
Was he good? Please tell me he was good. Like top of the leaderboard is good.
He was all right. He was pretty good.
Oh, that's
He
good.
wasn't like stomping, but it was just like
Oh, it would have been
he,
even better if he was stomping too.
his name alone just made it to where it's like I never want to die to you because I don't want to read it again. I don't want to be.
Man.
I don't want to see on the screen Daddy's little foreskin
Foreskin.
killed you, or you killed Daddy's little foreskin.
Oh,
It is so cursed, bro. I'm like, that's what I mean. Like, some of these tags are just either really, really,
so
really like cringy or really fucking
That leads
cursed.
me to my
back
next topic, but first, Ren.
back to the topic that I brought up to initially start this tangent
Yeah.
was, how do we all feel about the proximity chat?
Oh,
Oh
I
I forgot.
love
I was
it.
even, I was gonna say it's so weird because chat or just in general gaming has become so fucking toxic. Like
Yeah.
you look at League of Legends, there's so many stipulations they have with their chats. Like first off, I believe all chat is automatically disabled, so you have to re-enable that. You
Yep.
get banned for profanity. So
Yep.
it's like why even like okay, but that's all like just any form of profanity, not even like flaming someone. There's no context. If you say fuck, you're banned. Like or not banned, sorry, you're silenced. So you're
Right.
silenced for the rest of the game. So they really want to tone down on the toxicity. So it's kind of crazy because when I look at some of the clips of proximity chat and like the new Warzone or in other like I think Tarkov has proximity chat. Other trashing game like fuck, what is it, the Cycle Frontier, that is a proximity chat. I
Yep.
think it adds a different layer because it was always fun when you hear someone raging at you when you killed them in old Call of Duties where the red text would appear and like
Yeah.
you just hear "fuck you, man." And it's like be back harder.
But
But I think it's
t-
great. I think it's actually really great, honestly.
the amount of fun you can have with people, it brings back a lot of the good. Like there's a good part to the gaming community where the interaction happens, and I like
Yeah.
that part. And yeah, 50% of the time it's toxic as fuck. Like go
Oh
fuck
yeah.
yourself, fuck you little bitch, da 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 da
Yeah.
da da. But at the same time, when I down somebody and be like, yo, tell me a joke and I'll pick you back up,
Hmm.
and they tell me a joke that's fucking hilarious, and I pick them back up, and we just go our separate ways.
Yep.
I love.
There
That's
there
like the quintessential what I love for gaming.
there was one where this dude was in this I think he was in playing Tarkov, but he was in like this really dark like building or whatever, and he was like dang, 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 dang. Other dudes, it's like what?
What?
It's like shit like that makes memories. Like shit like
That's
that actually brings joy to playing a game.
that's that's the good part of the gaming community is stuff like that.
And
Yeah,
that's and
there's a light.
let's be honest, right? That's the whole point in gaming in the first place is to what? Have fun. And people lose that when they think, "Oh, I need to be competitive. I need to super sweat. I need to win this game all the time." And yeah, you play to win, but you also play to have fun. And I feel like a lot of people these days lose that
Have
aspect.
lost that, yeah.
So,
So I will say, for someone, because me personally, I'm investing so much time in this competitive tag shooter. It is like a pursuit to have fun, but there's a bit of a rush, and this is from me being like a relatively competitive person. There's a rush that I get when I'm actually sweating and like trying my best to like compete, but it doesn't have to be
okay,
toxic.
but
Like you,
tac shooters,
Right.
hear me out, right? Tac
right?
shooters, I feel like don't have. I feel like there are games that are born to be competitive,
Yeah.
and then there are games that are, you can be competitive, but it's really meant to just kind of chill, lay
See,
back, and have fun on.
Like
and
Like I feel like people miss the old days of Halo 3 when those custom games were being made to where like, yeah, you can play to win, but in reality what you're trying to do is have fun,
fun.
right?
So I will bring up because this is something I've actually had a problem with playing Valorant is like the competitive community trying to intermingle with the casual community, because when you have a game mode like unrated or just a casual game mode for a competitive game, things start to get really weird. Because for someone like who wants to be competitive, right? If I'm trying to practice something, then I'm gonna try to take it to casual because I don't want to take it into competitive because there's something at risk, my rank, right? So
Right.
it's hard for me to like. I wouldn't say it's like not. I wouldn't say it's hard for me to like be casual. It's just like, how do I explain this? When for example, when I was playing unrated in Valorant, everyone was just trying to play house, and to me that's kind of annoying because it's like I queued up to play the game mode the way the developers wanted me to play it, not just play house and say everyone love each other, like, because fun is subjective. Okay, fun is very subjective,
That is
Right.
true.
and I think fun, like, this is gonna, I don't want to start like a whole, like, political thing or whatever, but my thing is, fun becomes into the territory of toxic when your fun is at the expense of somebody else's fun.
I
So if
agree.
yeah, because like, for example, if like I'm having fun by shooting you with a BB gun, you're not having fun. You're getting hurt, right? I mean, unless you're into that. But
Mm.
if I'm shooting with a BB gun, but I'm saying, "Oh, I'm having fun," don't ruin my fun. It's like, well, you're hurting me,
Right.
So it's like when it comes to like a competitive game, it's hard to like have fun in a casual format of like thinking like a Halo 3 custom when that's not what the game was supposed to do.
Well,
Like
that's
you,
what I said. Like, there's games that are meant to be competitive, and I think tac shooters are one of them. To where
yeah,
they are
Right.
designed to, hey, this is to get your competitive edge out. And
yeah,
then you go to a game like Minecraft, and if I see you sweating to get fucking diamonds and just building
Diamonds.
a machine that
oh god,
multiplies them
that's
and
crazy.
stuff, like you're just cringe lording fucking Minecraft, get out of here. I don't want to talk
Yeah,
to you. I
yeah,
just want to
it's
sit here and build a fucking square house and then live a peaceful, simple life like an idiot.
like yeah, and that is an interesting thing because like I think it's better if like there's because this all actually stems from just communication in general. Like, of if you're in a group, especially in a game, because Minecraft is a sandbox. Like, you can do literally anything. Like, there's competitive servers of like Bed Wars, fucking Skyblocks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's competitive servers for this,
Yeah.
but it's better, like, for a game like that specifically, it's better just be like to be openly, not, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, communicative. Basically, you want to communicate with the players there. It's like, what are we trying to do? We're trying to chill, like, or do we want to like be efficient as possible, where we, fight Ender Dragon, get elytras, go to Nether, go to this and that, do this, finish and then be done, or we're just trying to vibe, like, because me, I would love building machines like, redstone contraptions, where I'm like, I made a redstone contraption in my old server where I was basically producing a fuck ton of sugarcane for paper because we're gonna need it. We're gonna need a lot of paper to make all these books for enchanting, to cool
Right.
shit. So it's like that's being efficient, but I'm not trying to sweat it to where it's like I'm mad that
No,
no one else is doing it. I'm just doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying?
you're right. Uh, I think that's smart and something. It's when you come to like Minecraft being when you start pushing on things like duplicating items in a
Yeah,
cheating way.
yeah, fuck
That's
that.
an issue. Like, fine, if that's your own fun, go do that in a different
I'd
server or
rather just
something
Yeah,
keep
like that.
hunting
But we
diamonds in
have
an
we have
endless world.
rules
yeah,
when we build a server like that. And yeah, tac shooters are I and I agree that casual should be used to test things unranked because unranked mode that you want to use in ranked modes because hey, I don't want to lose my rank in ranked, even though
yeah,
I'm like not the person to talk because I refuse to
yeah.
play ranked in any particular game. Oh, Chance send me an invite. Sorry.
No, you're good.
um, but at the same time, I wish, like, I liked Halo's a really good. Halo 3 is a really good thing to look at because you had custom games, you had
Yeah.
unranked, and you had certain ranked game modes. But you also had casual versions of those ranked game modes, and then custom versions of those ranked game modes. You had so many different tree options
Mhm.
that Halo 3 was like a quintessential. No matter what, if you want to be super sweaty, you can play that. If you want to practice stuff, there are people who are practicing stuff for sweating game modes. And then there are
Mhm.
people just playing Duck Hunt and Mongoose Tag,
Yeah.
right? And I was one of those players who played all three. I liked
Right.
SWAT. SWAT was one of the
Yeah.
best quintessential TAC game modes
Mhm.
ever. It was headshot based, right? BRs only,
I loved it.
pistols, but I loved it. I played in tournaments for it. I practiced in casual because people who played SWAT wanted to practice SWAT. But then you would like at the same time, oh man, I'm getting bored. Let me go play fucking big team battle and just graviton lance somebody across. That's a Destiny game. That's Destiny weapon.
I was about to say
Graviton Lance. I'm like
gravity hammer somebody into the stratosphere because I can. And that's why still to this day I feel like a lot of us look at Halo 3 as one of the best games because it had everything for everyone. It had a great campaign. It had a difficult campaign too if you were into it.
Oh yeah.
It had a great, phenomenal multiplayer. One of the best to date in my opinion. Even for being, you know, really kind of mid 360 era.
Yeah.
And it had, like I said, something for everybody. Oh, if you weren't into that, you could forge and build your own thing if you wanted to. And the forge was amazing. Which will bring up that Halo Infinite, is it Infinite now?
Infinite, yeah, Halo Infinite.
Does have a phenomenal forge now.
It didn't at first.
It didn't at first, and I feel like the game would have been a lot more popular if it was released with it.
Yeah.
But I will give it, with all of the added fun shit that thing has, including making NPCs now.
That's
crazy.
I know, right? You can have. There is somebody I know of one of the maps. There is a Waffle House. Somebody made a Waffle House where the F and the W flicker at random times in the middle of the lights of those flicker, and it's in the nighttime. It's in the fog. And it looks amazing. And they have Covenant, Singhili elites working the fucking drills and stuff. And is that not the coolest shit you've heard from Infinite?
Yeah. Tintin, you know where I'm going with this. So you're saying they have NPCs. Does that mean you can play D&D in Halo? Are you telling me this right now? You can play D&D in Halo? Don't tease me like this.
I didn't think about this.
You could make a whole D&D thing on Halo.
Speaking of which, I'm still doing that Minecraft world. 4 years in the making.
That's why I was saying it's like you can.
By the way, if you guys want, I'll as a totally just side note, I will link you guys the IP so you guys can go to it and check it out for now because it's at this point it's just taking so long. Because it's only 2 people working on it.
Gotcha.
And it's a 6,000 by 6,000 plus.
So come check it out, and also you can also help.
I'll kill you if you help.
Well, you'll kill me. What? I've
got the whole world planned now. I just got to detail it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So every spot has a plan, and the hardest part is I'm writing. Basically, you're writing code for it.
Right.
Because I'm doing a custom resource pack.
Oh. Okay.
So there's custom music because I'm actually paying to get custom music for it. By the way, so fuck you guys.
You are dedicated.
I'm totally into this one. I love it. I'm paying for custom music. I have people who I want to do voice acting for that I got to talk to.
Ooh. Hey, if you need some voice acting, I can do some for you as well.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, link me the IP. But yeah, I will say because I don't want to bash just this one game, but back to the topic of casual to competitive communities. The thing I don't like, or I don't even say I don't like, but the thing I find kind of controversial was like with League of Legends, where they took away a lot of the casual game modes, because on one hand, it sucks because people who love the lore, like I keep up with a bit of the lore with League of Legends because I was interested in it for a long time, and now that Arcane is like, go watch Arcane. It was really good. It makes it more of an incentive to watch it, but it's like I don't plan on sweating and trying to learn that game because it's such a hill to climb. I'm not even a hill; it's more of a fucking tower to climb. But also, on the other hand, this game, I don't know if Riot designed it to be this competitive the way it is now. Like, people making millions of dollars in contracts playing this game professionally. So on the hand of like being a competitive game, it makes sense because it's like this is a competitive game. It's not really supposed to be played casually, like where people are just doing fuck all dumb shit. But then it's like you still have the ARAM mode, which is all gods, or all random, all mid, which is basically assault and smite. So it's like it makes me wonder. It's like, at what point are we gonna like? Do you want a piece of both like the casual or the competitive? Like, is this supposed to be a competitive game? Is it supposed to be like taken casually or whatever? Like, because for me with Valorant, it's like I can't find an effective way to like practice things I want to do. Because if I go to unrated or Swift Play or Spike Rush or Replication, let's just exclude Spike Rush and Replication because those are definitely just fuck all like randomness is happening, right? You have people popping like three ults in one round, which is crazy. But for me to like try to practice a strat that I want to do in a ranked game, I'm not gonna get that practice because everyone's just either not talking, doing dumb shit or whatever. It's like, how do I practice this? Like, I have to take it to ranked, and risk my R or risk my rank. It really bothers me sometimes. But not much I can do. That's why I just try to stay away from underrated or swift play
By the
a
way,
lot of
Ren,
times.
at some point you gotta stop by his stream because the chats get unhinged.
What's a view, you fucking God.
Oh, don't worry. I'll start plugging octopus facts like no other.
Hell yeah.
You know what a hectocotylus is, Jared? Because
I need God. I need help.
I won't explain what a hectocotylus is on this podcast.
No. On this podcast?
I can't. It's you want to be appropriate, right?
And you
I know
want
I've
to
made
take
some
it to
comments
the
already.
stream? Okay.
Like, look, man, your stream is unhinged. So
It is. I
And
mean-
the sad part is you're the fucking mod, right? So it's like
I know.
I-
And the worst
Well,
part
right.
is, I know the mod command's better than you, so you can't even do anything about it.
You know what
'Cause
sucks?
I'm not a mod.
I
I'm
think
busy
I know it's
streaming.
Yeah, but
been a
you have
while
all
since I've,
access to mod commands plus more than I do, because you're the actual owner of the damn stream, yo.
It's
Oh,
been so
anyway.
long since I've opened up Twitch. Let me make it clear that it logged me out of Twitch.
Oh.
That's funny.
Like, which is oh shit! I actually got to put in the fucking code because I need to look. I think I've got like 40 something subscribers,
Nice.
Subs?
Wait,
You mean
subscribers?
followers?
followers, whatever.
I was like,
I'm thinking about
damn,
OnlyFans.
bro.
Sorry.
I'm
Damn.
thinking about OnlyFans.
I hate that was my immediate response. Like that didn't even
That
like
was a good response. It
stop
was-
my brain. Like I was just
It's like thinking about it.
Oh,
It's not bad.
So, back to the gaming and cringe gamer tags thing that I wanted to bring up. What was y'all's first gamer tag? Like, what was the
Oh,
first thing you
God.
went by online? I want to know. I
Oh,
need
right.
to know.
I have it. I know because I actually have a very
so-
small pool. I
so-
will tell you the exact
okay.
way that I got to this.
All right, so first I want to start from the beginning, and then I want to get all the way to where we are now.
So, okay.
And I
So
want to
my-
explain the thoughts. So let's start with...
1010's initial statement, right, was initial username was Metal Shifting. I don't know where my like 12, 13-year-old brain got it from, but I think it was suggested to me because I liked metal at the time and I liked cars, so I was like Metal Shifter sounds cool. Somebody had already had it and it suggested Metal Shifting to me. So, ended up being Metal Shifting for a long time and that was on the website GaiaOnline.com, if y'all know what that shit is.
No.
Yep, I was actually gonna. I played that, and I had.
I loved that. I loved it. It was super fun for me. So, and then I got really into Hollywood Undead as a band because I liked that. Right? So my name kind of transferred to HU The Loss. Hollywood
Oh,
Undead.
that's
The
where
Lost.
Hugh the Lost came from.
That's where Hugh the Lost came from, and it's one of their songs, The Lost, which is one of my favorite songs to this day and age. So it was just Hollywood Undead, The Lost.
All right, I think.
Which was great. It kind of expanded to like Huey for the Lost and Dr. Lossy ended up just being nicknames that I got. So people called me Huey all the time, so I did Huey for the Lost, and then Dr. Lossy, someone called me Dr. Loss all the time, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then I liked one of my favorite animes is where I got Renten 455, which is what I went to next, which is holy shit, it's a mech anime, Eureka 7.
I did not see that. I've heard
Eureka
of
7 is one on Adult Swim, which I watched all the time, and the main dude character's English translation name is Renten. So Ren 10 was already taken, and it suggested Ren 10 455, which I'll tell you right now,
Wasn't
about
it
3 years ago.
4455?
No, it's 455.
Oh.
455.
I was
Which
wrong.
I'll tell you about 3 years ago, I realized was Ren 10 ass for the entire time. So I rocked that gamer. Yeah, right. So I rocked that gamer tag until Caleb called me Ren Tentacles. And I was like, that's it. That's the official name, right?
And hold on,
Tentacles.
the reason this started is because this man always be talking about fucking like
Octopuses.
tentacles, Cthulhu.
I'm totally into that stuff. You can't. You know what? Give me 1 fucking second. I'll be right back.
Oh no.
I'm scared. I am scared. I don't know
Which
what's
is why
happening.
he's the tentacle man, as stated earlier in the podcast. I knew we were gonna get down this rabbit hole at some point. So, oh no.
It won't.
Oh no.
I gotta turn off this the background real fast so you can see it.
Okay. What you got for
But
us?
my didn't turn off. That's not what I wanted. I wanted it to turn off. My window cover for my front door is this thing.
Wild Cthulhu appears.
Cat Cthulhu.
Cat.
And look at that adorable fucking face.
Oh, God.
That's
So that is my front door window cover.
That's cursed.
It's great. Turn back that
Oh, hold on.
now.
Before you turn it back on, show the mug that you got.
Oh,
I even put your gamer tag on it to prove that I'm not bullshitting. Ren Tentacles.
So, and that's where it came from. Is Caleb called me Ren Tentacles, and that just, I don't know how long ago that was that he called me Ren Tentacles, but it's just been that way since then. And now I'm also into Warhammer 40K, which is one of the best series in my opinion. But
that series
I ain't gonna get
has
into
some
that.
history. Good
It does.
Lord.
And so my current tag right now, as y'all can look at it on Discord, is God Emperor Tentacles.
I see. Okay, I can make the
God
connection.
Emperor Tentacles, because I am not the god of mankind, but I'm definitely the god of something. And they're here.
Homie is actually in cahoots with Slanesh. All right, I see how this works.
That's actually who that is.
Yep, Slanesh.
That's who the God Emperor Tentacles is
Slanesh.
Because I love the god of excess.
Oh Lord. Anyway, before we get into an NSFW version of this podcast.
So how many changes was that? 4 or 5?
Metal Shifting, Hue the Lost, which I'd call any of the Hue of the Lost variations just that one. It's 4.
Okay.
Right.
4 total things to get to the 5. Or I guess 5, because you've got God Emperor Tentacles as well.
Yeah. So from start to finish, so 5. Okay. Jared.
Yeah, 5.
All right, so I had to really think like a lot because I played a lot of online games, and these are because I played this game when it was a browser game, but RuneScape, I had to go all the way back to fucking RuneScape. Oh my God,
6 names, thank you.
I was about to say, I'm like, I know Red Tits played RuneScape, but
I had one. It was Black Hole 523. Thank you. So that was back when I was like 8 or 9, fucking super cringy, right?
Yep.
There it is.
There it is. That's what I was looking for.
So my first tag that I remember was when I played RuneScape. I don't know what I think it was more because I was young. I was like maybe 10 or something in like middle school. And I remember playing in the school libraries because they allowed us to do that. That was before like firewalls became like a super big thing. But I was playing RuneScape, and I remember the name I picked was Wolfman Space 8106. And I think it was because I was like a fan of like werewolves or something like that. I don't know. I was like a huge like into just like lichens and shit like that. So I'm like, I'll be Wolfman.
You a furry?
No, I'm not a furry.
Okay.
I will not say I am a furry.
All right, let's skip that topic then.
And then I believe when I started playing Gaia, so it was weird because I couldn't make the name Metal Cyborg because I don't know, it was just like I wanted to just call myself Metal Cyborg. Also, I think it was because I was a fan of Teen Titans at the time, and Cyborg was my favorite character. And so I went with Metaborg, right? I chose the name Metaborg. Metaborg. I was like, that was my name. That was my name, was Metaborg, since I couldn't be Metal Cyborg. I think it was because it was taken, so I just chose Metaborg. I'm like, all right, that's me. And then that name went into Adventure Quest, and then Adventure Quest Worlds, And so at that point, I believe I went into Call of Duty. And at that point, I was so one of my favorite names in like in cartoons. This is back with Codename Kids Next Door. Shout out to that old show.
Yeah.
There was an episode of that show where they went into the reverse world, right? So everything was backwards. The kids next door were evil. The Life of Children Down the Lanes were good. You know, everything
Yes.
was flip flopped, right? They were the DNK. And so Lizzie's name backwards was Easel, right? And I fell in love with that name. And God forbid I didn't think to spell it out, so I just chose what sounded right, which was Ezal. I'm like, that's it. Yeah. That's not really how it's pronounced. If you looked at it, it's more of like Ezal. And I'm like, that's not how I pronounce it, it's just Easel. And so I went with that name for a long ass time. Like that's still my Steam
That's
name,
the name I
actually.
met you.
Yeah, that's where that came from. And then when I started
Wasn't it Easel 007?
it was Easel 007, because I couldn't just have Easy AL for some reason. Someone took that name on PlayStation, so I chose 007 because you know I'm a spy or whatever. I'm cool as shit. Cringe.
Cringe!
And then and then the second name was because my Call of Duty got hacked, so they gave me everything. Like my Modern Warfare 2 got hacked, they just unlocked everything, which was like that kind of sucks because I wanted to earn this shit. I didn't want this just to just be unlocked for me. So I made a new account, and this was just super fucking random, but I named myself Super Bucket, like SUPA bucket. So I'll super bucket. And then Eddie, now here we have this is actually a thing because then Eddie also was super sick with it. So we were super bucket and super sick with it. We were so bad. It was so bad. It was we were just homies. That's what we do.
It
You
was
know,
so bad.
oh God. And then so I stuck with Easel for a long ass time through Smite. Like I think I think I even had my league name when I played League. That was my name was Easel. And then when I started watching Naruto, like Shippuden specifically, I was really into the fucking toads, like the Sage Toads. They were fucking
Yeah, yep.
badasses. And so now you're starting to see where the toad came from. Was I don't know. It was just like, yo, I'm sorry. This little grandpa homie is literally fucking up a toad the size of a small mountain, my guy. Like, I'm sorry. These homies got the sauce. All right, they got the sauce. So then I decided to myself I was gonna do Toad or Toady or Toad Prime, the Toad above all. So that's where I'm at now. Or just I am the Toad above all. I am Toad Prime. I am the
I,
original. I am that Toad.
I
Like when
love it.
people say I'm that guy, no, I'm that Toad, bro.
Yes, sir.
Always remember, your chances of dying to a Toad are low, but they are
But
not
not
zero.
zero.
But not zero.
So
So that's
before
my history of tags.
before Brian does his thing, speaking of Gaia, I was like, oh fuck it. I know I've got it logged in on my fucking computer. Let me go look at how long I've been playing Gaia. Would you like to know the day count for my Gaia age?
Day count? Oh
Yeah, the
shit, I
day count.
remember
It's
that.
high. Take a guess. Take a guess.
I
What do you
would
think the
say
number is?
I think like maybe I would say like 600 days.
Brian?
I'll say 700.
Both of you are nowhere close.
Holy fuck.
5,264 days. Which
And
equates to about 14 and a half years I've had this Gaia account.
And that's per login. So that doesn't count for the hours that you played.
It's every day you logged in. I think it gives you one.
That's wild.
So
You've played that game a long ass. Yeah, I remember I would just sit in the fucking because once I found out that you can race people, that's literally where I was. I was just racing all the time. I've actually
Oh
met like a
yeah.
couple few people racing Gaia. It was more of just a so have you ever played Gaia, Brian?
No.
Oh yeah,
Would you like me to share my screen?
oh,
No, we're not gonna go that far.
no,
I'll go
yeah,
that far. I don't give a fuck.
it's basically TLDR, it's basically just a social like game where
It's
it's
like
just
it's like an anime version of Facebook.
Like
I
Club
would
Penguin.
Yes.
There we go, yeah.
Like Club
Yep,
Penguin,
an anime Club Penguin basically.
but it's
Yeah.
an anime Club Penguin.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like I remember. I think I worked so hard to get that fucking Buster Sword for my Abby. Like I really wanted that Buster Sword on
Okay,
my
now I
back.
gotta
It
share
just
my
looks so.
screen just so I can do this. Sorry.
I hate you. Let me quickly peek this. Dear, oh God, it hurts. I remember
Doesn't
every.
it hurt?
Oh
Where
my
is it?
God.
Where's the one thing? Here it is.
Oh God, I remember everything
Holy
about this.
crap.
Cringe.
I know, right? And then let me say, that's not it. I've got a fucking closet full of outfits.
Oh God, the
Okay, I'm
cringe.
gonna stop watching this
You're
now.
welcome. You're welcome.
Oh.
All of you. It has
No,
been 380 days since I last logged in, by the way.
Well,
that's
now
not
he's
It's a
gonna come
fucking
back to
memory.
it. Now he's gonna come back to it.
bro. But yeah, it's yeah. It was more of the social aspects of like you talk to people, you meet people, but through avatars. So rather than like just randomly coming across someone on Facebook, you can actually just stumble across their avatars like, hey, nice to have you, you know. And there you go. Now
The
you're
word
apparently your friends.
Abby. Ooh.
I know,
Oh,
right?
God, that hurts.
I know, right? I know. We're
Oh,
going
my
way back.
fuck.
Yep.
So, my name
All right, Brian.
history. Uh,
Here we go.
well, first off, what was your count of name changes? Like, how many did you go
All
through?
right. So Wolfman, shit, it was Wolfman, and
The
then
cyborg.
Metaborg.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metaborg, then
Easel.
Easel, Super Bucket, then Toad.
So 5.
Yeah, about five. Um, well, technically, it's kind of weird because I typically there's like iterations of Toad. There's Toad, like T080, then the Toady one that you'll see on Smite. Then there's Toad Prime, which
But
is the
like
name of the
you've
stream.
basically identified under Toad.
Yeah,
So
I identify. No, I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, I take on the name the Godfather Toad or the Toad above all. That is what people in the gaming world will refer to me as.
I will never refer to you as that, but all right.
It's okay. It's okay. Just
We,
understand where you stand under me as the Toad above all.
yeah. Let me state, you're below me as a god, so fuck you.
I
So
am no god. I am the prime entity of Toad.
so my gamertag journey has been and I actually started online gaming way later than both of you. Like, believe it or
I
not,
can see. Yeah.
I didn't have online gaming at the house I was originally birthed in and raised for like 13 years of my life. There was no internet.
Right.
I
That sucks.
once I moved, due to circumstances, I was then introduced to actual internet access and introduced to online gaming and stuff like that. And that's where the downfall of me went. Um, so
That's why I failed high school.
so
I,
it's funny because I actually didn't start online gaming till high school, and it was more like, yeah, I know, right?
fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
I didn't start online gaming until high school. So so obviously my cringe lord stage happened way later than you guys. So
Oh
imagine
man.
it's like 2009, 2010. I finally start online gaming for the first time on Halo 3 lobbies. It's come time to make a name on your Xbox 360 account. I'm like, I want to be Shadow something. I don't care. Yeah, uh huh. Yep. And
Yeah.
so
X Shadow Reaper
no,
XX.
I didn't do that.
Cringe.
I didn't do any XX or anything. So I got tired of going through like different names looking for something OG. So I ended up somehow landing on just pressing random name until I found something with Shadow in it, and it was Shadow Healer 366.
Shadow Healer. I think I
366.
remember seeing that.
That name
What?
was stuck for a long, long time.
I remember seeing that name on your Xbox.
Yes.
I remember seeing it. I remember that.
That was my original tag.
That was the account I would use when we would split screen.
Yes.
I would be Shadow Healer. So
Yes.
that's why. Okay.
Yeah. So I had that name for a long time. Then Xbox introduced that if you had gold and you went through a default name, you got one free name change. So I took advantage of that once I got finally tired of being called Shadow all the goddamn time because it sounded cringe. I got so sick and tired of it. So I was thinking, right, what kind of name do I want here? And I thought about it for a little bit, and at this time I was watching a lot of Rooster Teeth. And I was watching Rage Quit. Yeah. And so and of course I watched a lot of Trolltages back then as well. I like how Ren's just disappearing.
I noticed that.
He looked like a faded memory in the back.
I'm starting to learn how to. Like, I did this earlier. I don't know if you know.
Oh, yeah, you can just do that. Oh, wait, I don't think I can do that. I think my skin's too dark.
It's my hand. My body is so white.
That's so wild. I'm that. Wow, that's crazy. All right.
So anyway, I was like, all right, I'm gonna come up with my own little fucking fun name for this. I settled on Gamer Rage Quit.
Yep.
And it was spelled G4M3R space R4G3 space QU1T.
Yep.
I literally tried to do as much of every other number as I could. Yeah.
Right. Bye.
Yeah.
Hate you.
I hate you.
And it wasn't taken. And you know what's funny? I would later then discover, like 2 years later after having that name, that the original wasn't even taken. I could have been all letters this entire time. And I just never did it. I just kept the numbers. And I had it all caps, too.
I remember Paul actually made his name Gamer Rage forfeit.
Yes.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, that man would change his name so many times to mock mine. But, it was what it was. And then, so, once I finally got tired of that name, and I had that name for a long time.
I remember that name for a long time.
Yeah, usually when I had a name, I stuck with it for a long time. The next gamer tag I had actually didn't last as long. It lasted, still a couple years, but I actually... So this was during my Grand Theft Auto 5 days.
Oh, I know which one's coming.
And I actually made a character with the name DJ Ghetto Fresh.
The DJs! It's where they came from!
It was so
And then I was like, I
was
wonder if
so
I could
good.
make my
It
gamer
was
tag to
so
match this, and it wasn't taken. So guess what I did?
DJ Ghetto Fresh.
I
It's
would.
such an iconic. That's what I met you with, that username.
I think so. Yeah.
You did. And because I saw Leo change his to
DJ Latin Fire, which isn't it still that to this day?
It's
It is
still
still
DJ
at to
Latin.
this day, but I
DJ
don't
Latin
remember what it
Fire.
was before that because I was just joining in as he was talking about changing it, so I don't remember.
And Jeremy
Yeah.
was DJ Derps a lot, and
Yeah.
Yeah, and
he
I think
still
he still
is.
is
He
DJ
still
Dirk
is.
a lot.
I sometimes call Leo Senor Fuego because his name is Latin Fire, so I just like Mr.
Senor
Fire.
Fuego.
Senor Fuego. Yep.
I call him my littlest pepper.
Oh, God. I'm calling him that. My littlest pepper.
Yeah, do it for me, please.
I'm calling him my littlest pepper.
That's good, right?
He almost
Alright.
actually changed his name to DJ Cuban Crisis, and it was hilarious. He was like, "I'm worried about the name getting reported." I was like,
A
"Yeah."
little bit. Yeah, you might get reported for that.
And then I know the next one after this.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
the
I think I
next
know.
one.
It's the current one.
Yeah, it's the current one. So
Oh.
there wasn't a name in
Well,
between it. I've only went
I
through.
think there was.
No, there was
I
not.
remember another one. You don't remember God Mode Trolling?
You're right. I did forget that one.
Oh, you did.
Wow. Bro,
Yeah,
you don't
no,
remember God
so-
Mode Trolling. That shit.
No, that one
fucking
was
god.
before Ghetto Fresh.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's the one I remember.
That's the one I met you on. That's it. That was the one.
'cause
I
that's the
forgot
one
about
thought you were
that
going-
one.
That's the one I thought you were
Wow.
going to next. And I
Oh,
was
wait,
like, I
no.
remember DJ.
That might have actually
No.
been after DJ Ghetto Fresh. You're right. Because
Yeah,
that's
DJ
how it led to my next name. You're right. You're right.
Oh, we
You're
did?
right.
God
Okay,
Mode
so
Trolling.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I met you
God
on.
Mode Trolling.
I met you on DJ Ghetto Fresh.
Yeah, and then
God Mode
and then
Trolling.
once
God
I got
mode
out
trolling.
once I got out of my GTA 5 phase, I was like, all right, well now now I'm a perpetual online troll. I'm just here to vibe all the damn time. I'm here to fucking do some dumb shit all the time. And then I went into God mode trolling somehow, and that wasn't taken. So I was like, all right, well this
God
name's
mode
just a whole
trolling.
vibe. I'm just taking this.
I
I've had
love
some
it.
legendary names in the past, bro. Like
I think my favorite is still DJ Ghetto Fresh.
that
It's one of
was.
my favorites.
I mean, like,
Speaking of,
Oh shit!
before
I
you get to
forgot
your
one.
final one, talking about Smurfs real fast.
Yeah, I was
oh
gonna say I got a Smurf that was pretty legendary.
yeah, there
I
were
think
some honorable mention Smurf
I
names.
think
Yeah,
having
we'll just-
Ren tentacles and my Smurf being Otaku Waifu
Yes.
is still top notch because it's not like Otaku Waifu 153. It is Otaku, all first capital O, Taku, space, Waifu, and that's it. Nobody else had it. I have it still to this day. It does not have those fucking numbers on it that they do now for any of the fucking Xbox shit. It's just the basic Otaku Waifu.
I think one of my proudest Smurf names I ever made, before I get into my final gamer tag, my proudest Smurf name was probably Big Fucking Rock. Yeah, no. It was literally big, and I spelled fucking Fukin because you couldn't actually do the C, and because it would detect the word fuck. So I did big fucking, and then I just added rock because I played a lot of Hercules on Spy. I was like, big fucking rock. That's all I played on that account. And then they forcibly changed the name because the name got reported too many times. So I just said, fuck it, I'm making a new Smurf, and I made Giant fucking Boulder.
Giant fucking.
I think
My only Smurf to this day that I got the most responses from was Lieutenant Booty Cheeks.
Yes.
yeah.
Lieutenant Booty Cheeks reporting for duty.
Yes.
It was, I don't know why. It was just such a dumb Smurf thing of like, cause like, oh, what do I think for a Smurf? Something with butt. And I couldn't actually write out lieutenant, so I just did LT. period space booty cheeks. And
with
like,
that
you
being
can
said,
clearly tell
I
this
think
is.
I know my next Smurf, which is gonna be something akin to I eat ass from the back. I'm gonna figure out how to do that, and that's gonna be my next Smurf. Aside from my current one, which is just big tentacle. That's all my current one is.
I eat ass from the back. Okay.
Oh my!
Hey man,
my current Smurf name is I'm a Choco Man.
I'm a choco man. I
so
think
we
that's
I
slightly
think
racist.
in Smite, right? We
Well,
got
no.
Smite with the Smurfs, Lieutenant Booty Cheeks. I'm a Choco Man, and I eat ass from the back.
The reason I even made that is because of the Chocolate Bunny chalk skin on Smite.
Oh,
And I
that's
didn't think
right.
about the repercussions afterwards. I was like, "Oh no!"
We need all
Like,
three of those. We need
slightly
to play a joust with those three names, just to be clear.
Okay.
We have to do like a dumbass comp for that. But Brian, what's your last one?
So my last one after God Mode trolling was sadly retired because I love that one. I struggled changing that one, but I was like, it's time for a change. You know, I'm not really trolling anymore. I'm starting to play a little more
Break
trying.
some things,
So
if you will.
So I decided I was playing so many different gods and so many different roles on Smite. I wanted to make. You good?
I don't know. My body.
What
hurts.
was that?
I yawned and then yeah.
So I waited to just change my name to because I was playing at this time I was playing jungle nonstop and I was playing like Hades jungle, Ymir jungle. I was playing so much dumb shit in the jungle that isn't supposed to be good, and I would make it work. And so I was like, well, I'm defining a meta because I was playing Hades jungle before anyone else was playing Hades even solo or anything like that. And then I put it in the solo, and then I felt like I started a whole different trend of people trying it, and then like I know obviously all it takes is one pro to do it and then it's being done, but I decided to go for meta breaking god because I'm trying to break the meta, and it's a god game, a game about gods. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep the god from God Mode trolling, and
So
the transition just made sense. But looking back, I'm not sure. Like it's like to this day, I'm still dealing with: is this the identity for me?
I
You know?
mean, I feel you on that. And quick thing. I'm so weird. I've gamed for more than like 75% of my life. I would say I've been gaming. Oh, the kitty. Um, but I just recently, and I'm talking like a week ago, I actually learned that meta was an acronym. Or I think there's a different word for when you actually sound it out as a word. But the meta is actually, it actually stands for something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, do you guys know?
No.
No.
Most effective tactic available.
That
Oh.
makes sense.
Meta. Because like I always like as a gamer, you just hear this and you hear it put in a sentence and you know what it means. Where it's like, oh yeah, this is just the meta. This is how things work. You know, this is what's
It's the
viable.
most
This is
effective
what isn't.
tactic available. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, that
it's the
makes
most
sense. Yeah.
effective. Yeah, so it's just the meta. And it took me I'm like, how has no one ever said this to me? Or like, I'm like, I wonder how many people have said this word in gaming who know what this means, but doesn't know it's an acronym. Or like, God, I forgot the word for it, but it's like, there's a difference between like NASA and IHOP. Or no, not NASA and IHOP. Sorry, fuck.
Yeah. No, the
NASA
word
and
the word is
IHOP.
No,
acronym.
No
FBI.
shit. There's a
FBI.
difference between
Sorry,
NASA
sorry.
and IHOP.
So like for example, if you say or like IHOP, which is International House of Pancakes, versus the CIA or FBI, you say the word versus saying the letters. There's a difference between those two. I forgot what it's called, but
Okay.
one of them
Yeah.
is an
So
acronym
yeah,
and the other is
we're
something
use
else.
IHOP as you don't say IHOP. You say
Yeah,
IHOP versus the CIA.
yeah. So it's like there's a
It's because
difference.
the
I forgot
CIA
what
is
it
an
is.
acronym, and
Yeah, and I forgot. It's in Google somewhere, but I remember there was actually a distinct difference of like what you call those. But anyway, yeah. So I recently learned that meta was like that. I'm like, wow, it actually stands for something. I'd say it was a random word that gamers use. Like for example, proc. Like what exactly does that mean? But you know when they say, oh yeah, this procs this item, or when you spec into a
ah,
skill. What the
here's the
fuck?
difference. An acronym is pronounced as a word.
Yep, there it is.
NASA, IHOP, Meta,
Yeah.
or NATO. And initialism is individual letters, the
Yep.
UK, the USA.
Yep, there it is. Initialism. That's what it's called. But yeah, but Tenten, like, let me like for real. Have you ever thought about like what these words even mean? Like, where something procs an item, or you spec into a skill on a skill tree. Like,
Well, I knew what spec was.
yeah, like, but do you know what like is it short for something? Like, it
Well,
was
yeah,
just a
spec is short for something. It's specification.
specification. Oh,
Proc is meaning your proc is something you are. I know what it is. And
maybe.
proc would be a contraction, or spec would be a contraction, right? It's a shortening of the word,
My
like
camera's.
like MR
There
for
we go.
Mister. So
Oh,
it's a contraction.
interesting.
Proc.
Because yeah, I've heard these terms and I know when to use them. I just never look too much into that cat is just there.
Yeah,
She's just like if I fits, I
Ah,
sits.
so
dude.
proc is
She's
a
chilling.
acronym actually.
Oh,
It is for a programmed random occurrence.
huh.
I did not know that. That's a fun one.
A programmed random occurrence. So like that doesn't make sense because
Crit, well,
every
we
time
proc crits, right? It's a procking. It's programmed
see,
to
but I
proc randomly.
yeah, but the thing is, when it comes to like doing damage, so for example, like in Smite, for those of you who know Smite, whenever you buy Polynomicon, or
Yeah.
what is it called? Polynomicon? I think that's it. It procs off of auto attacks, which are not random. You have to input a command to do it.
So proc comes from program random occurrence, at least according to some variants of the programming lore, and it seems likely that proc morphed into how we use it as today as proc by the modern term that does not require a randomness factor. But
There we
in the
go.
beginning of programming, it was a proc. It was a program random
Okay.
occurrence, and it just probably evolved, which is very likely, in my opinion.
Okay, I understand it now.
Proc is
That's
a
pretty
term that
cool.
refers to a weapon, item, or ability activating with the chance on hit or a chance on use effect, and it evolved. Is from the WoW wiki.
The WoW wiki.
She really is just here, bro.
But there you go.
She's just vibing on my shoulder.
I love it how my eyes are blue right now because of my glasses.
Dog, you look like you're triggered beyond belief.
Absolutely triggered.
Line it up, light it up.
So
There it
the
is.
other thing
There it
that
is.
could stand for from the gaming
I'm
stack
screenshotting that later.
.com is, other than program random occurrence, the term pretty accurately describes the event itself, both in its randomness and the fact that there is some special effect, or short for procedure or special procedure, coming from the old text of MUDs, which are multi-user dungeons. It stands for the special procedure or event that happens when the stars are right and a random number fits for some required range.
That lines up. That tracks.
So those all
That
line
lines
up. And yeah, well, God, MUDs. I forgot that was a thing that people called shit back in the day.
Hey, Jared, could you go back in that position real quick for me?
Oh, the triggered positions.
The eyes aren't lined up, bro. There we go. Now do the face.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Thank you. All right, I'm good. I have the screenshot now.
Okay.
I wanted to look like you're opening your fucking third eye for the thumbnail because of all the freaking food topics we did earlier.
Dude, it's so funny because my glasses, I somewhat recently got new glasses, but they reflect blue light. So they're better for, like, you know, when I'm doing, because I'm normally behind a computer like at all times whenever I'm not at work. Now, what sucks is the fact that I work at a paint shop. And at the paint shop, I do color matches. So it's kind of awkward when you're doing color match and your fucking glasses are reflecting the color blue. So everything looks green or yellow. So it's like, fuck. So I'm literally just doing this as I'm matching a fucking color, which is great. I basically just match the color and then ask, like, Kat, who's our, like, I call her our colorist special because, you know, she's way better at dealing with colors. Also, this is gonna sound really fucked up, but hear me out. Women actually see colors. I think they see more colors than men do.
They have more receptors versus us, which actually have higher senses when it comes to hearing and sight.
I have no sense.
Yeah, you have.
Well, yeah, you colorblind bitch.
You, Brian, I've said this so many times, and I really need you to understand that I do sometimes mean this from the bottom of my heart, but you sometimes prove that you have the IQ of a broken shovel.
At least I rock the IQ of the anteater that I fucking am all the time.
But it's okay. It's okay, because you are still sentient and you can still communicate.
All right, well,
still articulate words. But anyway,
we are at almost an hour and a half already, by the way, gents.
Oh yeah, so that's all the topics that I wanted to cover. And I have way more questions than I came into this podcast with, so thank you for that.
I think that's gonna be it for this podcast anyway.
Thanks for those fucking memories of real cringe shit in the past, bro. I'm gonna punch you for it later.
Right? Yeah, I just gotta go and remember all the, like, times I've talked to people in Gaia, and it's just like, oh god, I was so cringe.
I actually still have it open. I'm gonna go through my private messages in Gaia here, at least the 10 pages. I know what's in there, and I know what I should expect, but I know I'm gonna be surprised. Because man, I did some cringe shit back. Like I said, 14 years of that fucking Gaia account. 14 years. I am 26, almost 27 right now. 14 and a half years. I started that shit when I was 13.
Anyway, any closing thoughts?
I started that shit when I was 12.
Oh my god. All right, so we like to do the one thing at the end of the podcast to where we shout out one little either content creator or music artist or something of the sort that we've been listening to, watching, whatever, enjoying. And basically, yeah, they could be bigger than us, smaller than us, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just something that we've personally been enjoying. So I'll let you start off, Jared. What you got? Even a TV series, like, I don't care.
A TV series?
Or anime, I don't care.
Well, I haven't been dabbling in any, like, I wouldn't say off meta, but like any non-mainstream animes recently.
Doesn't have
anything? Shit. I don't think I got one. Like, I really don't. I mean, Daddy Fat Snaps he put out a new song from Bleach that just that recently resurfaced with A 1,000 Year Blood War. I'm actually curious on how they approach that because I'm hip to the story. I read a decent bit of the manga and I know how it ends, and I really hope they change that because it was a really weird ending, in my opinion. But whatever. But yeah, Daddy Fat Snaps just put out another fire track.
DPS is pretty good.
Yeah, burn the get. I'm pretty sure his name is Gen Ryusei Yamamoto. I'm pretty sure, but I think they changed his name. I don't know, but Yamamoto, like that track was fucking fire. It was so good.
Um, I'm gonna shout out another nerdcore artist. Actually, I was gonna shout out Fable. He's been doing the nerdcore in a rock sense, and he's just
Ooh.
gotten better. Um, and to be fair, at first, a lot of his music seemed kind of repetitive, and some of it seemed a little, off-putting in comparison to what he's doing now. And I like the direction he's going, and I look forward to all his future stuff he's doing now. What you got, Ren?
Since we're going on this track of music, there was a song for a band of 3 old geezers that I'd like to talk about. And I don't mean that jokingly. It is 3 older dudes from Britain, or they're UK at least.
Okay.
Called the Northern Boys. The song is called Party Time. Y'all want to listen to some fuck shit? That's some fuck shit. It's
Fair.
great, and I
You
would like
wanna
to explain how I found it.
Ooh.
Was through a TikTok, which I hate TikTok as a person. I hate the fucking app. But I found it on an app of a certain kind with a smiley face, which we will not talk about any further than that.
Rest in peace.
I was never going to fucking talk about the name of the cursed app, you absolute fucking heathen. Nonetheless, there's a TikTok that was going around there where some dude had a skinned raccoon using it as a puppet and mouthing it to this song. And I don't know why, but that tickled me pink because the shit is fucking hilarious.
All
Why
right.
did you have to say? Why did you have to say "tickled me pink"? You could have chose so there were so many words that you could have used.
Because I laughed when I first watched it. I laughed so hard my face turned pink.
What? But it was a skinned raccoon that's pink. Oh God, it's cursed.
I know it still had its fur.
You said it was skinned.
Oh yeah, he okay. He skinned the raccoon.
Oh, he shaved the raccoon.
No. It's dead raccoon, right?
He hollowed it out.
He hollowed it out, took the skin, which is what you do,
And made it a puppet.
Made it a puppet, which was he did really good on the skinning job of this puppet. Really well, because it did not look like it looked like somebody made it, right? Like made a leather puppet, but as somebody who's gone hunting, I know what that is, and they did really well on putting it back together. And a hot dog having somebody like this with their fingers poking out of the raccoon's eye holes and mouthing to a song called Party Time by the Northern Boys, which starts with, I don't want to fall in love, I just want to get fucked. That is the first...
Why is this so cursed?
I'm gonna link you the YouTube for it so you can listen to this song and I can get your live reaction after the podcast.
Oh,
All right, well let's end this now because I can't take this. All right, thank you all for watching. Y'all have a blessed day. I don't know.
Hurts.